Alright, what is up? My name is Andrew, and we are back with another Core Set 2021 bot draft on Magic Arena. If you watched my last video, you watched me take a White Winnie deck, a mono white deck, with 15 lands to a nice 7-2. Since then, I drafted once. I went 2-3. It did not go well, but I'm back to record my next draft. So here, we've got a couple options. Hooded Blightfang is a good card. It's a 1/4 that on its own, 1/4 that touch on its own, it attacks as a 2-power creature, and it can take planeswalkers off the board. It's a good blocker, it's a decent card. Seasoned Hollowblade is one of the best white cards in the set. And then we've got Teferi's Tutelage, which does end the game on its own. Bazur's Acolyte is the best white common. And then Concordia Pegasus is obviously a very good card. So, Acolyte's good, but I would pick Hollowblade over it in almost every scenario. So now I've got to decide if I'm going to stick with my guns and keep trying to go on the white train, because it is quite good. It's a good place to be. Or if I switch up my first picks a little bit. Hooded Blightfang fits perfectly well into a white-black deck. I think that's probably where it's best. Or if I want to do something a little different, pick up Teferi's Tutelage, because it is a card that can give you free wins if you just play it on turn 3 and can control the board from there. And I think I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to take the Tutelage, see... It might still lead me into like a white-blue Flyers deck, which would be a decent place to be. Or do I just stick with my guns and take the Hollowblade? I can't really decide. If this was a human draft, something else to consider would be taking, a decent blue card when there are 2 good white cards. That way you can kind of solidify yourself in blue and let the players to your left sort out what white cards they want to take. And then you kind of cut blue from there. This is tough. I'm not sure. I don't have a lot of experience drafting the blue decks. That's part of what I'm thinking about. I'd like to try to get some wins and get into Mythic. I'm pretty close, and that's kind of the goal. But the goal is also to have fun, so I'm going to take this Tutelage. And I think we were rewarded here. The only white card in the pack is Alpine Watchdog, which is totally fine, but not really where you want to be taking a second pick. Jeskai Elder is a good card. Shipwreck Dowser is a very good card. Opt is totally serviceable, and Roman Ghostlight's very good. This one's tough too. Dowser is very strong, but we need to make sure we get some good instants and sorcerers for it to work. I'm sure we can get there. I'm going to take the Dowser. Maybe the Optimal Wheel. Second Tutelage makes me very happy about what we've done so far. There's a chance we end up blue-red, and then the Spellgorger Weird would be a good wheel. The Protege is obviously decent. And then the green cards, actually, Visionary and Cetacean Training would work if we end up in a weird kind of blue-green control deck. So we'll see where we end up. But getting this many for his Tutelage is obviously a very good start. This pack kind of dries up for us a little. We could take the Skeleton Archer, which is a very decent 4-mana play in any deck that can play it. Can pick off 1 toughness creatures. You saw how much I liked those in the white decks, so this can be decent there. And then there's Frantic Inventory, which obviously on its own just cycles, but then gets better the more copies of this card you have and works well with Tutelage, and is an instant you can pick up with Dowser. Goblin Wizardry could also be an option. I think I'm going to take the Frantic Inventory just to keep myself a little bit open. I don't see the Archer or the Wizardry as good enough options to move into either of those colors quite yet. Here, we've got Battle Rattle Shaman, which would have been good if we were a red-based aggressive deck. Meteorite could be good as a way to pick off a creature later in the game. Keeps us open again. Gnarled Sage is interesting if we end up in green. But again, none of these cards make me all that excited to go out of blue, so I'm just going to take the Meteorite. And here, the Lofty Denial looks pretty good. Nothing else. The Trackdown and the Gnarled Sage, still being here, are interesting. So there's a chance green is the second color we want, but the Lofty Denial is going to work into our deck almost no matter what, I think. Here... This pick's not all that great. I think it will take the Wall of Runes. We saw in the last video how good Wall of Runes did at kind of stopping me from getting a super aggressive start. Colossal Dreadmaw's great. Maybe I just take the Colossal Dreadmaw and say I want to be green for sure. But I'm just not sure. So now we have Trackdown or Crash Through, both of which can draw us cards. And Watchdog could be fine if we were a Blue-White Flyers deck. This little doggo keeps the ground kind of nailed down while you start bashing in the air. I don't think it's the dog, though. I think it's either Crash Through or Trackdown. I feel like if we take Crash Through, there's a better chance we end up with like a blue-red kill all the things deck by picking up red removal spells. It's a little higher upside than the green, so that's what I'm gonna do. There's not a lot here for us. The Pegasus is, I think, the strongest card, so I think that's what I'm gonna take. Though, that being said, Wishcoin Crab's totally fine, because it is a big body, and it blocks pretty well. So I think I'll do that. So some of these white cards are wheeling, which is interesting. I think I'll just take this wall, though. I don't really want to be playing both of these walls. Okay, now I'm going to take the Cetizen Training. I'm still not sure if I'm supposed to be green or red as my second color. I don't want to play any of these cards, so I'm just going to take this land. I don't think I'm playing Rookie Mistake, but I'll take it. I might play the Silent Dart if I don't get enough removal. And what do we get? We have a Sporeweb Weaver. 2 mana, 1/4 reach with Hexproof from blue, and whenever it's dealt damage, we gain a life and make a Saproling. Seems pretty good. We also have this big old dragon, and we also have a shock down here. I think I'm just going to take the shock and kind of solidify myself into this blue-red deck. Being able to kill stuff early on is going to be pretty useful. And really, we just want to bide our time until we can get the tutelages online. That being said, Sporeweb Weaver does help us do that. It's a good blocker. It can't be attacked. It can't be capture speared. Yeah, I'm gonna go with my gut and just take the shock. I haven't played with Sporeweb Weaver. I don't know how good it is. I think shock is good enough to be the pick there. Into nothing, huh? So if we had taken Weaver before, we could have taken Cultivate or the Llanowar Visionary. And you know what? I think Cultivate might still be the pick. There's a chance we're still blue-green and we want to splash the shock, and Cultivate helps us do that. Okay, a couple of good cards here. for us. I'm still looking for like Scorching Dragonfire or other good big red removal spells. The Capture Sphere could be where we want to be. I think I'm going to take Unsubstantiate. It's just a little bit more efficient, which is good. So let's see. In red, there's Bolt Hound, which is not for our deck. There's Pitchburn Devils, which is okay. It's fine. There's also Trackdown. And there's Truffle Snout. So the 2 walls and the shock and this Lofty Denial give us some nice early payoffs. I'm really just trying to decide if taking something like Trackdown and being blue-green, like I talked about, is going to be better than taking Pitchburn Devils. This card is a little mopey. I'm going to take the Trackdown and see if this is where we want to be. Okay, so we've got Vidalian Arcanist, which is a very good early play. We've got the Colossal Dreadmaw, and we've got the blue-green land. I'm thinking I just want to take the Colossal Dreadmaw kind of as a backup plan. I would play this land, obviously. But I think I'm going to take the Dreadmaw. Yeah, we're missing out on some of the red removal that I was hoping we would be able to pick up. And the blue kind of dried up here too. We could take another Meteorite. It is expensive though. Silent Dart's also expensive. I just don't think I want to play too many Trackdowns, and I think there's another one in this pack, so we'll take the second Meteorite. Okay, so here we can play a Protege or a Wall of Ruins or another Dreadmaw. I think I'd rather have the first Protege than the second Dreadmaw. I don't know though, it's close. Just a whole lot of nothing. I'll take a second grab and probably not play it. Cool, I'm happy that the Lofty Denial wheeled. Larcenist is also good. I just don't think that we're gonna have all that many other creatures. And I'd rather take the counterspell. I think this was the pack with the Frantic Inventory. I'd like the Fierce Empath and maybe play it, I don't know. And now we're just... There's a chance we play this Run Afoul, actually. Ooh, the Arcanist Wield. It's gotta be good for me. Okay, we're looking for... Double Vision's not it. Turn to Slag is decent. I think we're just going to take the Capture Sphere. It's just a nice, solid, hard removal. We'd be happy to get Snare Spinner, Turn to Slag, or the Vidalian Arcanist on the wheel. So now we've got Opt, we've got Curion Dryad, Wishcoin Crab, Gnarled Sage. Turn to Slag's not really the removal spell we want. Let's see, we've only got 8 creatures. I think I probably want the Opt, honestly. The Crash Through is probably not in the deck. I'm probably going to splash the Shock, though. I think I'm just taking Opt. There's a chance Gnarled Sage makes it in the deck. There's a chance the Dryad's good too, but I think I just want Opt. It's just going to smooth things out. Rugged Highlands would be a good land to have for us, obviously, but I think this Kraken is going to be pretty good, especially if we're casting Opts and Frantic Inventories. Hopefully. Take the Kraken. Maybe wield the land. The Pteranodon is very good early, and I think that'll be my pick. Maybe Wheel Frost Breath or something. Invigorating Surge is a good card. We don't have a ton of creatures though. I think here I'm going to take the Larcenist if we can get it going. It's going to be pretty good. Still haven't seen any of the good instants or sorceries that let us draw cards like I was hoping to find. Like now we're just got another turn to Slag. Might be worth taking this turn to Slag though. We are kind of running out of picks to get removal that's actually going to be super useful. It's a double splash, but we have the 2 meteorites and the cultivate. It's either that or another track down, and I don't know that that's where we need to be. Another Lofty Denial, but right now I don't have any flying creatures, I don't think. So these are all just dazes, which can still be good. But I think the Cetessan Training might be slightly higher value. I have one already. Okay, I'd rather take Lofty Denial. And I have lots of things that I think I'd rather have the Protege. Okay, so we got the Arcanist back, and we have Cetessan Training. I don't think I'm playing this Rookie Mistake. I don't think I'm playing this Silent Dart. I'm just trying to figure out how many spells I have that the Larcenist helps to cast. And the answer is actually not a ton. Or the Arcanist. I think I'll still... I'll take the Arcanist. The land I wanted to wheel didn't wheel. That's too bad. I think this Vine probably makes the cut. Someone let me know if blue-green walls is a good is good or not. Let me see. Okay, we have way too many creatures. Run afoul probably doesn't need to be in here. Just the first inventory is probably not good enough. Where are all my creatures? It says I have, what, 13? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Huh. Fierce Empath, probably not good enough. The meteorites are not great. I fully acknowledge that, but I think with the Cultivate and with the kind of game plan we're playing, they're going to be good enough. I probably only want 2 Lofty Denials, not the third. I'm really wondering about this Vidalian Arcanist. I don't have a lot of instants and sorceries that are big. And in fact, I have 3 sorceries, okay. Oh yeah. It's probably still worth it, and I like having the Pteranodon just as a defender. The track down might be a little mopey. Maybe I trim a meteorite and then get rid of the Cetizen training. The Cetizen training plus Pteranodon is a combo. There's a chance that comes up. So I'm going to leave the out for that. Maybe the crab's just not going to make it. I have some other kind of things to get in the way. Yeah. I think I want 17 lands. I need to hit my land drops. I've got plenty of ways to scry extra lands away. Alright. I'm going to choose an appropriate card sleeve, obviously. I'm going to choose the egg. I feel like we're kind of moping around. Okay, let's see if blue-green Teferi's Tutelage is a deck. And let me know if there's a different way that you think this draft could have gone. Obviously, we saw some okay white cards. After a certain point, I stopped paying attention too much. But I didn't really love... I don't think we saw all that many super powerful cards in any color. Maybe there was like a chance to have a good green beatdown deck. I think I'm actually going to keep this hand. An island turns it on. And we do have a blocker. And this can cycle itself. Is the hand good? No. But with an island, it gets very good. So right on time. Ooh, they're making a 4/4. Well, we don't have a lot of time. We do have the turn to slag, but we don't have anything to do with it. Let's see what they do here. Thrashing Brontodon. Okay, I will cycle my Vine. We didn't get there. Okay. That keep is on me, though. I don't know. Our opponent had a really quick draw. And we had, what, 8 islands? I think you could argue that the keep was right, especially on the draw. Our opponent had a quick start. I think if we'd had an island for the Wall of Runes, it blocks Thrashing Brontodon, gives us more time. Yeah, this isn't really the deck I wanted to be drafting. But this is where we are. And I hope that this isn't just a quick 0-3 drop. This seems better. Counter their play on 2, turn around and play a protege on 3. Use that to start looting and looking for what we want. Our Teferi's Tutelage. Start milling them out. We're definitely passing here. I think I'm gonna wait one more turn. I'm glad I did. Now I can play Dancing Pteranodon, hold up Counterspell. Next turn, I can do the same thing. Shock looks pretty good against Siege Striker sometime. One of these days. I'm sure they have some sort of pump spell. But I guess they could have like Titanic Growth. I think I'll block with the Pteranodon still. Yeah. I think I'll just activate this now. That's why. Our shock was going to be really good against this thing. Not anymore. I'm glad we were able to counter their big 7-3. We don't have a good answer for that. Yes. Discard the turn to Slag. Play Defarious Tutelage. I think I'm actually going to discard the shock. I'm discarding shock because Shipwreck Dowser can pick up shock. And so next turn I get to play Dowser, pick up shock, and turn to Slag. Well, I was gonna make a play where I can like block with this and pump it. Oh, they're just gonna combo kill me. Looks like they were kind of all in on this combo kill. It's unfortunate. Alright. This deck does not look very good. I still think picking Teferi's Tutelage first pick was right, and then getting that second one, pick 3, kind of set us on this path. I'm not sure if the rest of my draft was very good or not. I feel like we just kind of missed out on some of the cheap removal that the set has to offer. That being said, I did see at least 1, maybe 2 Swift responses, so maybe we were supposed to be blue-white, take some Watchdogs, and go that way instead. I think the only other frantic inventory I saw was like pick 3 or something like that. Well, I mean, this hand has potential. I'm not sure if potential's going to be good enough, but we are keeping it. Finding 2 lands on top is not great. I think I need to play the Pteranodon here. I don't think I can afford to hold up counter spells because I'd like to not let the Elder do things, but turns out not to matter. Cool. We have tons of lands that we'd love to loot away. I don't know what to do here. I I'm just gonna cultivate that one. I don't remember seeing Rousing Reed show up in the draft. This would have been a great card for us. Cool. Yeah, there's not a lot to say about how this game's going right now. Obviously, if anything, that's going to show us off why drafting these more controlling decks I don't think is a great idea. I think I am going to trade the Larcenist for a different card. It's not doing anything on this board. Nice. Gotta love finding your 11th land this early into the game. Not a lot to say. No, we get to counter that. That's good at least. Shock has not has not been very good for us. Any of these games. Yep. Yep. Well, I think that's a little too late. I don't like that we're pausing here for so long. It means our opponent's got stuff to do. Obviously, we can't attack. I wouldn't be surprised if my opponent just fires off 2 spells here and kills us with the prowess triggers on Elder. Oh, no? Okay. I'm gonna decline now. Play a land, go to my opponent's upkeep. You could argue that I'm supposed to attack there, but my opponent's got a handful of spells. I don't really want to... Like, this opt on upkeep is my only out, really. Shipwreck Dowser. I do have a Cultivate I can pick up, and I can pick up the Opt again. It's probably good enough. Live to fight another day. For now. Well, yeah, that's gonna do it. Yep. They had the double removal, and I just have this shock. Well, that was a disaster. I think this last game, we flooded really hard, and that's really unfortunate. Kind of undid all the good work that white weenie deck from the last one did. But yeah, not a lot to say about this one. We started off by first and third picking this card. Got some okay support, but couldn't really find the removal to back it up. Yeah, just had a bunch of cards that didn't do anything in the games we played. Drew a lot of lands too, but yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching.